It's 100% clear. I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. I wish I would have just stayed my ass at home and chilled with Jennifer. I just wish the whole night wouldn't have happened.
And in the heat of the trial, the romance that launched 1,000 headlines came to a painful end.
We had decided that we don't want to take no more attention away from her career. You know, best thing is I try to let her do her thing, you know.
But in January of 2001, Puffy's kingdom was on the verge of collapse when his image and his actions were put on trial.
The Manhattan grand jury investigation of Sean Puffy Combs has been continued.
I'll be your public enemy. Public enemy.
Puffy was charged with bribery and gun possession following a violent shootout in a New York nightclub and was facing up to 15 years in prison.
Yeah, I don't think they really said the part about the bribery. The part about the bribery comes into play because I think he tried to bribe the driver with jewelry and money to, I don't know, hold the gun, take the blame. So we all know that now the victim of this shooting is coming out now because of all the Diddy news. They're now revisiting this trial, and basically she is coming out, the woman who got shot. She's basically coming out and she's saying that Diddy was actually the shooter.
I do not own a gun. I do not carry a gun.
Yeah,
Charges and allegations against me are 100% false. The trial was a learning experience just on how the world perceived me. They just really think that I walk around in a fur coat, you know, with some diamonds on and drink champagne and hang out with a movie star and don't go to work and I got a temper and I flip out and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. I was just like, whoa.
Wow, what great acting.
In 1998, they were finally able to embark on the romance they had been resisting.
Things started to happen. I started looking into her eyes more, spending more time with her, and I just fell in love with her.
To have somebody who, by your side, who understands what you're going through, and at the end of the day, doesn't...
I think Diddy really did care about JLO because didn't he make that song with Usher, the I need a girl, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know the words, but you know what I'm saying? That song, whatever, which I like that song.
I had to go to jail for a long time.
And then hip-hop's royal couple calls it quits.
The relationship took all they could take, and it had broke right in the middle of the trial. It was like devastating, you know.
Puffy was on a roll. He had Jennifer Lopez on his arms with a sultry Latina singer, and he's the king of rap.
We was just broken.
Lopez on his arm in a Versace dress that defied the laws of physics. He was the envy of men everywhere.
I don't really know how long it took her to get into the dress because I was getting dressed in the other room. But I know it only took me a second to get her out of it.
But over the course of the next year, Puffy's charmed life would be tainted by tabloid headlines.
Yo, imagine having JLo like in her serious prime.
He says his relationship with Jennifer Lopez was starting to suffer from the excessive demands of their careers.
She has to work a lot, I have to work a lot. And it's like the distance and everything start putting a strain on the relationship.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
On December 27th, 1999, Jennifer and Puffy decided to kick off their New Year's holiday at a Manhattan disco called Club New York. Out of the club.
Puffy is still giving thumbs up and, you know, started attacking Puffy and saying, you know, you're no real rapper, you know, you're punk, you know, you're not the only one with money.
He approached Puffy in a taunting way and said, "You're nothing and I have money too." And in a taunt gesture, threw money in Puffy's direction.
And the crowd rushed to the exits.
Music on fire, everybody hits the ground. We get out of there, we just fleeing the scene, kind of just getting away from harm, not really understanding what just went on.
Puffy and Jennifer jumped into their SUV and ordered the driver to speed away.
Don't stop.
Police say they ran 11 red lights before they were pulled over. An officer searched the vehicle and found a loaded 9mm handgun under the front passenger seat.
They say that we were evading police and I had a gun.
Puffy was booked and held on gun possession charges, igniting a media frenzy.
I want to make this 100% clear.
But they were all booked on guns charges. I'm surprised that they're leaving Shine out of this.
Had nothing to do with a shooting in this club. And I feel terrible. You know, worldwide conspiracy. My mother is stressed out. Jennifer, then I'm knowing that things ain't working out.
When it's all over, whenever that is, whatever happens, it'll be a very happy day once it's not something we have to think about.
I was feeling like, you know, due to my problems, it was starting to hurt her. I think she was agreeing. I think her management was agreeing.
Yeah, her management was definitely agreeing. A member of Combs's entourage, Shine, Jamal Shine Barrow, allegedly responded to the insult by squeezing off several shots of the 9mm, wounding 3 bystanders. So what did he do? He just grabbed the gun, whether if it was him or Diddy, and just started shooting in the air or something? I don't get it. Prosecutors said Combs also pulled out a gun during the dispute, a charge he denied after posting $10,000 bail. I do not own a gun, so we heard the speech, right? Cops snapped Barrow with the gun outside the star-studded Times Square club. They said 19-year-old aspiring artist, wow, he was only 19 at the time, was hit with 3 counts of attempted murder and held without bail. Jennifer Lopez and Combs, his ex-con bodyguard, and his driver fled the chaos in a Lincoln Navigator SUV registered to the rap star's Bad Boy record company. After they ran 11 red lights, then they were finally stopped, which we heard. All 4 were arrested on weapons possession charges, including JLO, after police spotted a stolen loaded 9mm semi-automatic on the floor. Here's the interesting part. The charges against Lopez, who bawled in her holding cell, according to cops, were dropped. This is getting interesting. So she bawled in her holding cell. So now all of a sudden, JLO, Jenny from the Bronx, is like playing the victim, right? It's over, and she was completely exonerated, said her lawyer. She had nothing to do with the gun. She had nothing to do with the shooting. We're glad the truth won out. Combs was arraigned on 2 felony weapons possession charges for the gun allegedly brandished in the club. The 2 count carries a 15-year prison sentence. So we already know what happened. Blah, blah, blah. Shine got paid $1 million to take the fall for Diddy. Yeah, man. These women and hip hop is crazy, man. You got to be careful out there, man. Yeah. JLO, we need some answers.